videos we have discussed what happens when AC voltage is connected to a resistor, inductor and capacitor. Now we are going to discuss what happens when AC voltage is connected to series LCR. LCR means an inductor, capacitor and resistor which are connected in series to the AC voltage. This is the AC source. We know that AC voltage is given by V equal to Vm sin omega t. And here we want to determine the current and the phase relationship between electric current, instantaneous current and the AC voltage. Okay, here directly we can use phasor diagram solution method to find the value of instantaneous current. Okay, so here first we can draw the phasor diagram solution method. First we know when AC voltage is connected to a resistor, what about the current? Current is given by Im sin omega t and voltage and current are in phase. When AC voltage is connected to an inductor, we know that current lags voltage by an angle pi by 2. And when AC voltage is connected to a capacitor, current leads voltage by an angle pi by 2. Okay, so this is the general information we know. Now, what happens when AC voltage is connected to series LCR? First, when it is connected to a resistor, we know that current and voltage are in phase. So, how will you draw the phasor? So, this represents voltage across the resistor and this is the current. Voltage and current are in phase, isn't it? When AC voltage is connected to a resistor, voltage and current are in phase. So, this represents the phasor for AC voltage connected across the resistor and here this represents the current. Here the current flowing through all the three devices are same. So, here this is the phasor representing current. Now, if AC voltage is connected to an inductor, we know that current lags voltage by an angle pi by 2. Inductor current lags. So, in all the three devices current is same. So, how will you draw the phasor for voltage across the inductor? Current lags, that means voltage is leading. Okay, we know that phasor always rotates in anti-clockwise direction. Phasor is a vector which rotates in anti-clockwise direction. So, here current lags means how will you draw the voltage phasor? Current lags means voltage leads. So, here this is the phasor representing voltage across the inductor. Clear? So, this is VL. VL represents voltage across the inductor. Clear children? So, here current is lagging, that means voltage is leading. The angle between VL and I is pi divided by 2. Now, if AC voltage is connected to a capacitor, we know that current leads voltage by an angle pi by 2. Current leads voltage. When AC voltage is connected to a capacitor, we know current leads voltage by an angle pi by 2. So, here in that case also current remains same. This is the phasor representing current. Now, how will you draw the voltage across the capacitor? Current leads, that means voltage lags. So, this is the voltage across the capacitor. Clear? So, this is the phasor representing AC voltage connected to a series LCR. Here voltage across the resistor and current are in phase. So, this line represents VR and here this represents phasor of current. When AC voltage is connected across an inductor, we know that current lags. Current lags means voltage leads. So, this vector, this phasor represents VL. When AC voltage is connected to a capacitor, we know that current leads, that means voltage lags. So, here this represents VC and this represents the angle pi by 2. Current leads voltage across the capacitor by an angle pi by 2. So, from the given information, we can draw the phasor first. So, this is a phasor diagram representing AC voltage across the resistor, inductor and capacitor and the current. Now, here how many voltage phasors are there, voltage vectors are there? VR, VL and VC. If three vectors are there, we can add the vectors by using polygon law of vector addition. But in the 11th standard, you have studied only triangle law of vector addition and parallelogram law of vector addition for the addition of two vectors, isn't it? Now, here three voltage vectors are there. Therefore, we can convert three vectors into two vectors. For that, let this is VL, this is VC. VL and VC. VL is the voltage across the inductor and VC is the voltage across the capacitor. And both are in the opposite direction. So, here we know that phasor is a vector which can be rotated with an angular velocity omega in anti-clockwise direction. So we can rotate VL, and if it is taken in the same direction of VC, that is the method. VL is taken in the same direction of VC, and here actually VL and VC are opposite direction, isn't it? So if VC is positive means what about VL? VL is negative. So that minus VL, if it is taken in the same direction of VC, what happens? It becomes VC plus VL. Okay children, so VC and VL are opposite and in the opposite direction. So if this opposite direction vector, if it is taken in the same direction of VC, it becomes VC plus VL. So this is the figure. Here there is VR and this is the current, there no change. Here the vector become VC plus VL. VC plus VL. How? Because this is vector VC, here this is another phasor vector VL. If it is taken in the same direction of VC, it becomes VC plus VL. Now how many vectors are here? VR is one vector or one phasor, VC plus VL is the another one. Now two vectors are there. Now if two vectors are there, we can use triangle law of vector addition or parallelogram law of vector addition to find the resultant, isn't it? Here, since the two tails are joining together, we can use parallelogram law of vector addition. So we can draw a parallel to this vector VR, and here we can draw a parallel to VC plus VL. Okay children. So here complete the parallelogram, and the resultant is given by the diagonal according to parallelogram law of vector addition. So this is the resultant vector V. Okay, VR and VC plus VL combines to form the resultant V. Clear? So this is the AC voltage, this AC voltage. Now from the phasor diagram itself, we can clearly say that what about the current? Current leads voltage by some angle. Okay, current is leading voltage by some angle. Here the angle, let it be phi. So from the phasor diagram, we can clearly say that current leads voltage by an angle phi. And from the phasor diagram, it is clear that current leads voltage by an angle phi. So here we can say current leads voltage by an angle phi. And how will you write the formula for current? I equals current Im sin omega t plus phi. We know AC voltage is V equal to Vm sin omega t, and current can be written as Im sin omega t plus phi. So current leads voltage by an angle phi. Now we can derive the formula for this Im. What is this Im in a series LCR circuit? Now we know that the magnitude of a phasor or a vector is Vm. We know that if a vector is there, its magnitude, the phasor is there, its magnitude is given by its peak value. Here the magnitude of VR voltage across the resistor is given by its peak value, which is given by Vrm. Clear? So Vrm is the peak value of voltage across the resistor, and peak value, we know that this Vm, voltage Vm, since it is connected across the resistor, it is given by Vrm, and voltage is current into resistance, and here the resistance is R. Similarly, voltage, the peak value voltage across the inductor, so it is given by VLM. Peak value voltage across the inductor is given by current Im into XL, because XL is the resistance offered by the inductor, which is called inductive reactance. And also the peak value of voltage across the capacitor VCM equal to Im into Xc, where Xc is the capacitive reactance. So peak value of voltage across the resistor is Im into R, current into resistance. Peak value of voltage across the inductor is Im into XL. Peak value of voltage across the capacitor is Im into Xc. Clear? Here this magnitude is Vrm. This magnitude, the magnitude of VL, this is VLM, the magnitude of VC, this is VC, its magnitude is VCM. Clear? Now, if VL, if it is taken into the other side, it becomes VC plus VL, but its magnitude is VCM minus VLM. Clear? Its magnitude is VCM minus VLM. Here its magnitude is Vrm. Only the vector can be rotated, the magnitude remains VCM minus VLM, and here the magnitude is VR. Now if you want to find out the magnitude of the current, We are deriving the formula for current. For that, we can consider the right-angled triangle, this right-angled triangle using Pythagoras theorem. Here, its magnitude is Vm. The magnitude of vector V or phasor V is Vm. If you consider this right-angled triangle, this is 90 degree, applying Pythagoras theorem. So, using Pythagoras theorem, we can write Vm square. Vm square equal to Vrm square plus this one. These two are parallel, no? So, this is again Vcm minus Vlm. Both are parallel. So, here using Pythagoras theorem, we can write Vm square is equal to Vrm square plus Vcm minus Vlm the whole square. Clear? So, Vcm minus Vlm the whole square. So, since Vcm is greater than Vlm, we can write Vcm minus Vlm. If Vlm is greater than Vcm, we can take Vlm minus Vcm. So, no problem, since it is taken square, even if you write Vlm minus Vcm, then also the answer will be correct. Here we are taking the square, no? Thus, using Pythagoras theorem, right, we can write Vm square equal to Vrm square plus Vcm minus Vlm the whole square. Now, we can substitute Vm square equals Vrm. What is Vrm? Im into R the whole square plus Vcm, that is Im into Xc minus Im into Xl the whole square is equal to, here Im square can be in all the three terms, Im square is common. So, Im square is taken outside. Here it becomes R square plus Xc minus Xl the whole square. So, Vm square equal to Im square into R square plus Xc minus Xl the whole square, that is equal to Vm square. Now, Vm square divided by Im square equal to R square plus Xc minus Xl the whole square. Here Vm square divided by Im square equal to R square plus Xc minus Xl the whole square. What is this Vm square divided by Im square? The peak value voltage divided by the peak value of current. Voltage by current is resistance, and here the resistance is called impedance. Impedance means the total resistance offered by resistor, capacitor, inductor to AC current. So, that impedance is represented by Z. So, Z square equal to R square plus Xc minus Xl the whole square. Here Z is called impedance, which is the resistance offered by series LCR to AC current. So, impedance is given by the formula Z equal to root of R square plus Xc minus Xl the whole square. Okay, children. So, this is the impedance offered by series LCR to AC current. Thus, generally we can write in series LCR, AC voltage is V equal to Vm sin omega t, and the current is given by I equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. And what is the value of Im? Vm divided by Z. Voltage divided by resistance, and here the resistance or impedance is given by root of R square plus Xc minus Xl the whole square. Clear? So, here directly it shows that current leads voltage by an angle phi, and the magnitude of the current is Vm divided by Z. Now, how will you find out the value of this phi? So, how will you find out the value of the phase difference between voltage and current? For that, we can take tan phi. Tan phi is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So, tan phi equal to opposite side. What is opposite side here? Vcm minus Vlm. What is adjacent side here? Vrm. Therefore, we can write tan phi equal to Vcm minus Vlm divided by Vrm. Clear? So, peak value Vcm means the peak value of voltage across the capacitor. Here Vlm is peak value of voltage across the inductor, and Vrm is the peak value of voltage across the resistor, is equal to Vcm. We know Vcm is equal to Im into Xc. Vlm is Im into Xl. Vrm is Im into resistance R. Im get cancelled. we can write tan phi equal to Xc minus XL divided by R. So the value of the phase difference between voltage and current is tan phi equals Xc minus XL divided by R. Now we can draw the graph of voltage and current and the phasor diagram. We know that graph is usually plotted with omega t along the x-axis, voltage and current along the y-axis. So here this represents the voltage curve, and what about the current? Current is leading voltage by an angle phi. Current leads voltage by an angle phi. So how will you draw the current? And the magnitude of current is Vm divided by Z. So magnitude of current is less. So here this is the phasor representation, or this is the graphical representation of current. Magnitude of current is less, and this is the graph representing current. So the graph representing current is here, this graph, this dotted line represents current, and current is leading voltage by an angle phi. In the capacitor case, we know that current leads voltage by an angle pi by 2, but here it is not pi by 2, it is phi. So this is the graph. So this is the graph representing current. Clear, children? So dotted line represents current. Now, how will you draw the phasor representation, phasor diagram? Here also we can consider an angle between 0 and pi by 2 as usual. So consider an angle between 0 and pi by 2 like this. This is the line, and here it touches the voltage curve. Here it touches the voltage curve, from that draw a perpendicular. Here it touches the current curve, again from that draw a perpendicular. So this vector from the origin, so this represents voltage phasor, and here this represents current phasor. Okay, so this is the voltage phasor, and here this is the current phasor, and from the phasor itself it is clear that current leads voltage by an angle phi. It is not pi by 2, here current leads by an angle phi. Here this angle is omega t1, this is omega t1. And what is the projection? Here the projection is, this is current projection, no? Im sin omega t1 plus phi, and here this is the voltage projection, and which is Vm sin omega t1. Clear, children? So from the graph itself it is clear that current leads voltage by an angle phi. And here if you consider a point between 0 and pi by 2, let that angle be omega t1, and from that if you draw a perpendicular, this represents voltage phasor and this represents current phasor, and the angle between them is phi. So this is the graphical representation and phasor diagram of AC voltage connected to series LCR. Now we can derive the formula for power in an AC circuit. We know for a series LCR, AC voltage is given by V equals Vm sin omega t, and AC current is given by I equals Im sin omega t plus phi. And what is the instantaneous power? Instantaneous power is, we have instantaneous power P equals Vi. Okay, so P equal to what is V? Vm sin omega t, and current I is Im sin omega t plus phi. Clear? So this can be written as instantaneous power P equal to Vm and Im can be taken together, Vm Im into sin omega t into sin omega t plus phi. Clear? Now here this is sin A into sin B. Sin A, sin B, and what is sin A, sin B? We have the formula 2 sin A sin B is equal to cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Clear? So using this trigonometric function, we can write power P equals Vm Im. Here sin A sin B can be written as cos A minus B, that is omega t plus phi minus omega t, which is cos phi. minus cos A plus B, that is omega t plus phi plus omega t, that is cos 2 omega t plus phi. Clear? So, instantaneous power P equal to Vm Im divided by 2 cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. So, this is instantaneous power. Vm Im by 2 cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. Now, we can derive the formula for average power. Average power equals, average power means power dissipated for one complete cycle of AC. This is average power. So, average power P average equal, we have to take the average of this instantaneous power, isn't it? So, Vm Im divided by 2, we have to take the average of cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. Okay. Here cos phi, that means phi is a constant. Phi is the phase difference between voltage and current, that is a constant. And cos phi can be taken outside. What is the average of cos 2 omega t plus phi? Average of 2 theta, cos 2 theta, average of cos 2 omega t. Average of cos 2 omega t plus phi, it is equal to 0. Average of cos 2 theta, average of cos 2 omega t is equal to 0. So, here this average becomes 0. So, what is the formula for average power? Average power is given by, in a series LCR, average power is given by Vm Im divided by 2 cos phi. Okay, because this is the formula. Average power is, P average is Vm Im by 2. We have to take the average of cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. Cos phi is a pure constant. So, no average for that. So, average of cos 2 omega t plus phi is equal to 0. So, average power in a series LCR is Vm Im by 2 cos phi. And here this cos phi is called power factor. Cos phi is called power factor. Phi is the phase difference between voltage and current, and this cos phi is called a power factor. Clear? And this formula can also be written as, average power can also be written as Vm Im by 2 can be written as Vm Im divided by root 2 into root 2 into cos phi. What is this Vm by root 2? We know Vm divided by root 2 is equal to Vrms. Similarly, Im divided by root 2 equals Irms, the RMS value of current and RMS value of voltage. Therefore, average power is also given by the formula Vrms Irms into cos phi. So, there are two formula for average power. Relating the peak value, we can write Vm Im by 2 cos phi, and relating the RMS value, P average is given by Vrms Irms into cos phi. Clear? So, where phi is the phase difference between voltage and current, and cos phi is called a power factor. And from this, we can discuss the following cases. First case, for a purely resistive circuit. For purely resistive circuit, what is the value of phi? Phase difference between voltage and current, that is equal to 0, because in a resistive circuit current and voltage are in phase. Therefore, phi equal to 0. Clear? So, average power is given by Vrms into Irms. We have derived the formula. Average power in a purely resistive circuit is Vrms into Irms. Then for purely inductive as well as capacitive circuit, inductive and capacitive circuit, that means AC voltage is connected to a capacitor alone, or AC voltage is connected to an inductor alone. That is, for a purely capacitive and inductive circuit, what is phi? The phase difference between voltage and current is equal to pi by 2. In a capacitive circuit, current leads, and in inductive circuit, current lags by pi by 2. Anyway, the angle between voltage and current is pi by 2. So, what is the average power there? Average power equal to 0. This also we have already discussed. So, in a purely resistive circuit, average power is Vrms Irms. In a capacitive circuit, average power is 0. Clear, children?